Okay, so now let us take up this sutram Tat Purushe Kriti Bahulam. Tat Purushe Kriti Bahulam. This is in the Adhikara which we have visited previously, this Adhikara of Uttarapade, which runs from 631 all the way up to the end of 63. Apada Samaptehe. We have already studied one sutram from this Adhikara, which is 6367. Arurdvisha Dajantasya Mum. Now this is the second sutram we are studying from this Adhikara. This sutram 6314. Tat Purushe Kriti Bahulam. One more thing to remember is that this sutram 6314 also comes in the smaller Adhikara of Aluk. Aluk, which starts from 631. Aluk also starts from 631. Just like Uttarapade, Aluk Adhikara also starts from 631, the sutram Aluk Uttarapade. From that, Aluk goes only up to 6324. 6324. Up to that, which is Vibhasha Swasrupatyoho, which comes right before Anangruto Dvandve. So, before Anang Rito Dvandve, which means up to the Sutram 6324, Vibhasha Swasrupatyoho, runs this adhikar of Aluk. Aluk means that absence of look. No look is Aluk. Absence of look. So, look elision which is prescribed by Supo Dhatu Pratipadikayoho does not take place. That is this adhikar of Aluk, which is a smaller adhikara within the adhikara of Uttarapade, this adhikara of Aluk. Always keep track of the adhikara. That will make it much easier to understand these rules. Okay, so 6314 now is going to prescribe a aluk but bahulam. Bahulam is variously. It may or may not take place. May or may not take place. And the sutram only applies in the case of a tatpurushaha samasaha. Tatpurushaha. Tatpurushaha is adhikaraha which runs from 2122 up to 2222. So 2122, the adhikara of tatpurushaha. It runs up to 2222. And right now we are using the sutram 2219 upapadam ating to form the compound. So the compound, the upapada samasaha, is a subset of the tatpurusha samasaha. So upapada samasa is a special kind of a tatpurusha samasaha. So this sutram 6314 applies only in the case of tatpurusha samasa, which is what we have right now, because the upapada samasa, which is formed by 2219, upapadam ating, is a special case of tatpurusha samasa because it is in the adhikar of tatpurusha, which runs from 2122 up to 2222. The second condition is that it should be kriti. So kriti is qualifying the Uttarapade. Remember the Uttarapade adhikara which you are in 6.3 of the Ashtadhyayi. This kriti in 6.3.14 is qualifying Uttarapade. And by the sutram yena vidhistadantasya, this kriti adjective will now mean that the Uttarapadam has to be a krudantam Uttarapadam. Krudante Uttarapade. So the Uttarapadam should be ending in a krit affix. Krit affix. Of course, krit affix we already know. Adhikara starts from 3193. Krid ating. So the sutram which we are using right now, which is Saptamyam Janer Daha, this affix da, does surely have the Krit Sanya because it comes in the adhikara of Kridating, which starts from 3193 all the way up to the end of chapter 3. So that is how all the conditions for applying the sutram are satisfied. We have tatpurusha samasaha because the upapada samasa is a subset, is a special case of tatpurusha samasaha. We do have uttarapadam, which is a kridantam uttarapadam. This uttarapadam, which is ja, ends in the affix da, which has a krit sanya. So therefore we have a kridantam uttarapadam. So now we are going to perform a optional, a various. In this case, it may or may not happen. The absence of the look elision of the sup affix at the end of the purva padam. Now, there is also one more detail here, which is that the anuvritti of saptamyaha comes from 639. It goes from 639 all the way up to 6320. So this is not any sup affix which takes the aluk variously, but it's only the saptami vibhakti. So saptamyaha anuvritti comes from 639. It goes all the way up to 6320. So now the final meaning becomes that in a tatpurusha compound, tatpurushe samase, kridante uttarapade, Saptamyaha bahulam aluk syad bahulam means that the absence of look takes place variously, which means that there may or may not be absence of the look elision. Now the vritti simply says near a look, nyehe aluk. Nyehe is shashti ekavachanam of ni. So of the affix ni, aluk. So the absence of the look elision of the affix ni takes place variously. In this case, we have this affix ni, which is a saptami affix. So when we do not do the look elision of this affix ni, we just keep the affix ni. We don't apply the supo dhatu pradipadikayoho 2471 on the basis of this sutram 6314. Then what happens? We were at the stage where we had saras ni plus ja. So when we keep the affix ni, then we remove the it letter, the adi ngakaraha. Adi ngakaraha is the it sanya by lashakvatite tasya lopaha, and we get saras I ja, sarasija. So sarasija is one form. In the aluk pakshe, when the affix ni does not take the look elision. But this look elision is bahulam. It happens variously. It may or may not happen in the language. Doesn't mean it happens optionally everywhere. In the language, you'll find some compounds where it is the look elision does not take place. Sometimes the look elision does take place. Sometimes it takes place optionally. That's the meaning of bahulam, which you have seen before. In a variety of ways it happens. So in this case, in the case of sarasija and saroja, look elision takes place optionally. So in the case when we do the look elision of the affix ni by supo dhatu pradipadikayoho 2471, then what we get? We get saras ja. Now saras gets the padasanya by suptingantam padam 1414 with the help of pratyaya lope pratyaya lakshanam, because the affix ni, which took the look elision, still has a lakshanam there, so that allows saras to get the padasanya. And then we apply sasajusho ruhu 8 to 66, then hashicha, we get the ukaradeshaha, then adgunaha, we get saroja. So sarasija in the aluk pakshe and saroja in the luk pakshe, we get these two forms. And this is a napumsakalinga pradipadikkam when it means kamalam. So then when we want to decline it, prathama ekavachanam, we do sarasija athva saroja plus su, and by atom 7124 we bring in the amadeshaha, and then amipurvaha 61107 purapuryoho ekadeshaha is the purarupam, and we get sarasijam athva sarojam.